strong through thick and thin. With us you always win. Standing by with service true. Bear Creek's just the place for you.
Alrighty, Jonathan. So yeah, we can definitely do that for you. Not a problem at all. And also, I think we finally got your workshop cleared up from all of the lawn care side of things, so you can be able to take care of that and get that set up for maintenance and whatnot when you want to. So that should work out pretty good. So, but yeah, I'll work on that today. I think I'm the only guy on the crew side of things that's actually into work today, so I'll get that done for you. But yeah, not a problem. And also, nice charger over there too. That thing looks good. I have to take a peek at that. But anyways, we'll get that done for you. That sounds good. All right, see you back at work in a bit, man. Alrighty, guys. So I was just stopped on by to talk to Jonathan there. He is our mechanic, and just talking to him very quickly there, as he's got his house right across from the dealership now, just moved in. So that's going to be pretty neat. He's going to be coming in to work a little bit later on. Actually, I can park under the tree. Guess where I'm parking? I am parking under the tree. But yeah, he's right across the way now, and his yard's pretty messed up, but I don't think the previous owners actually took care of it. So we're going to grab the equipment, we're going to rip up that yard of his, and then we're going to put it back together for him, and it should look a little bit better. We still have the weird neighbor that constantly stares at us for whatever reason. Weirdness. But anyways, yeah, not much has changed from the grand opening. We got quite a bit done, though. We still got everything basically set up the same way it was, though. But the biggest change is obviously the lawn care shed. We've gotten this put together now, and it looks really good. We got some lights in there too for nighttime, but we got everything parked in here, and also anything that's going to be in the demo range, tractor demos or whatnot, we can park that in here as well. So I think really all we're going to need is we're going to need this, and we're going to need the skid steer, and I think since we're so close, I might just drive them both over, because that seems like that will work quite well. And I'm not sure what's going on with this trailer here, but it's tipped over for some reason. Must have been an illusion or something. Anyways, that looks much better. But yeah, we've got ourselves the mechanic shed all taken care of, so all of this is put back together quite nicely and ready to go for all of Jonathan's mechanic endeavors. We'll get that door closed here. That is one fast hydraulic door. Don't mind at all. Just make sure you don't stand in front of it when it flips up or flips down, because it could hurt. You also got a new light fixture put in right here. That was a pretty penny, but just to make sure we have plenty of lights in the back area for security and all that stuff, just so we can see if anything weird happens back here during the night. Should be good, but yeah, you never know. But yeah, taking a look on the side here, obviously we've got this set up for implements, and as I said, hopefully in the next video we will be able to show you some new implements from another company that we have partnered up with. So those are supposedly on their way on the shipping circuit, so once those arrive we will give you a look-see. But yeah, really liking the new setup of the dealership quite a lot. It's definitely pretty cool. So anyways, let's get to work today. Everybody else is here. They can take care of all the business aspects if any customers come through. Jonathan's going to be driving his Charger over here at some point, and we'll be coming into work for anything mechanical. But yeah, let's drive over the Kubota mower here, and we can stop mowing, and we can also rip up that yard of his, because it's got tons of weeds and all kinds of weird bushes and weirdness. So we're going to rip it up, and the crew will put in a brand new yard for him once they're here. I'm the only guy here, so I can do all the fun stuff called ripping stuff up. And then the other guys, they have to come in and put it back together. So pity on them for taking the day off, I guess. Oh well. Getting a ride here with Jonathan over, and I gotta say, his Charger's pretty nice. Just a base RT model. Ooh, wee, but it's got a little bit of power. I like that, that's for sure. Thanks, man. It's a RT slash Daytona trim. It's only got the Hemi, and it's not nothing really special overall compared to some people. Honestly, I'm fine with the Hemi. I think the Hemi has got plenty of power myself, and hey, one of those engines that's not in production anymore apparently. So gotta like that. So gotta love it when foreign companies come in and take away your core V8 engines. Ah well, definitely have to find some sort of aftermarket company that keeps making them. That'll be interesting. Alright, let's drive the skid steer over. So I haven't really decided what exactly I'm going to do yet. If I'm going to just rip up the yard or if I'm going to mow it. I took the mower over there real quick just because that way I could cut some stuff maybe in some different areas where I don't necessarily need to use this, and then see if we need a resod. So we'll just drive this over. I need to actually stop at the gas station real quick and fill this up. That's one thing that we haven't gotten yet, is our own gas tank, basically, to be able to fill up any of our lawn care or other equipment. But honestly, I mean, we got a gas station right next door, and luckily they sell the fuel that we need. So I mean, I don't know, doesn't seem that necessarily important. So this is definitely set up for the forestry. It is ready to go for anything tree related. Alright, I don't see any cars are coming, so I'm gonna just mosey on over here to the gas station right next door, since we're right here, and we're gonna go ahead and get to work right after this. Alright, so $66 later. These things don't have huge gas tanks, but I was expecting it to be a little bit more expensive. Oh, I forgot, it's that gas tax-free holiday, or something like that. I don't know. But I would definitely partake in that, that's for sure. Whenever there's a reduction in how much things cost, that's definitely nice. Seems like you might be able to do those tax-free holidays year-round, though, if you can do it every once in a while. Seems like you might be able to do that, I don't know, a lot more, but anyways, interesting. Interesting how those things work. Alright, so let's see what we need to do here. Get this parked right over here. So we got the trees. Jonathan doesn't necessarily want the trees taken out. Like this one right here is kind of nice because it kind of gives him some privacy from the roadside. This one's kind of nice as well. Kind of gets him some privacy from the little restaurant next door. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of bushes in here. And then this tree over here, this one looks in fantastic shape. Nice. Now, by the way, we are not necessarily arborists, so we don't really have the certification to quote-unquote let you know if your tree's in good health and all that stuff. As far as I can tell, it looks pretty good, but that's just me. So, obviously, we can take out trees if we want to, but we're not the professional guys that look at your tree and say, oh yeah, this tree totally needs to go or whatnot. So we're not quite a tree service. We're just a tree removal service. We don't necessarily put trees back in, though. And this, I mean, it's not a terrible fence. You could definitely use an upgrade on the fence, if I'm honest. And ooh, next door neighbor could use a cleanup as well. They got some pretty overgrown bushes over there. Might have to see if I can talk to them. It looks pretty good, all things considered. Actually, I was thinking it's a little bit worse. I think I'm going to start with just with all these bushes on and stuff and just see what we can rip out. And we'll go from there. I think the rest of this, for the most part, can be mowed. This is just that stinky vine that just grows along all fences. I hate this stuff. It has a very, it smells really good when you're ripping it out of the fences and bushes and stuff. But yeah, I've never been a fan of this. It spreads all over the place. I mean, it smells good when you're ripping it out, and it's kind of fun because you can get a nice little handhold and rip it out. So that's fun. But yeah, it's pretty nasty once it starts spreading. So, alrighty, let me see here. Let's go ahead and work away from the back, and we'll work to the front, I think. But yeah, it's a pretty nice little property. Needs some cleanup, and the house and stuff definitely could use a little bit of cleanup too. Lower this. And I hit the wrong button. Just killed the machine. Turn it back on. There we go. Yeah, so this will tear up stuff pretty good. Just trying to get these bushes out of here. There we go. That looks pretty decent. Just driving over here. I'm not sure how close I necessarily want to get to this tree with the roots and stuff. We'll try right over here just because there's a bunch of big bushes. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Ah, yeah, that looks much, much better. Okay, I think we'll leave the one set of bushes there. There we go. Yeah, get this whole bush line moved out. So basically, the majority of this we can mow. It's just trying to get these nasty bushes out here, and then we'll have to resod all that. There we go. There we go. Yep, just trying to get this all cleaned up as I can. It's kind of uneven too, so it's hard to catch it all. Oh man, there's tons of garbage. This whole area right here we'll just have to resod because it is nasty, that's for sure. Lots of nasty bushes and stuff through this section, so we'll get that cleared up and we'll put in some sod for him. So he'll still have to pay a little bit of money, but since he's an employee, we'll give him a very hefty discount. But since we gotta put the work in, we are gonna obviously charge him just a little bit. Just because it's one of those things, you give favors to one person one time, and then everyone else wants to suddenly get favors. It's not that you want to be mean, it's just stuff isn't free. You can't do stuff for free. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you can. And, okay, if he wants me to come over and help paint the house, hey, I would totally do that and help him out with that for free. I do not mind at all. Just kind of ease up to this right here. But stuff like this, he's got to pay just a little bit. But we'll give him a very nice employee discount, and that should help him out quite a bit. Alrighty, I like how that looks. That has cleared up very good. I think that's his brother right there that's helping him with moving and stuff, so he's just checking stuff out. Let me see here. I'm going to leave this running here for just a second. Oop, you turn the blades off. There we go. Always make sure you keep a nice clear distance of blades, whether you thought you turned them off or not. I think we can mow the majority of the rest of this here, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this off, and we're just going to mow real quick here. We should be able to clean this up pretty decently, I think. This might not grab the vines on the fence, though. That's the only problem. Oh yeah, but that's cleaning up the grass pretty good. Okay, so we might have to use like, yeah, it's hard to grab the stuff out of the fence. You can mow some of it, but for the most part, once it gets entwined with the fence, you're kind of stuck with it. You have to go through and do all that by hand. Definitely a pain to work with, that's for sure. We'll get this mowed up for him, and then as I said, we'll work on potentially tomorrow and stuff, getting him some sod put in, and it should look pretty decent. And as I said, we might have to let him either take care of the rest of the vine, or we'll let the guys tomorrow work on that. Either way, just easing up so we get as close to the house here as possible. Ooh, good, that's some nasty stuff right there. It's a big weed. Don't need that, that's for sure. Make sure we don't run over any of his stuff here. Looks like he had a water heater right there too. There's some different building posts and stuff around here as well. So what I'm doing right now is what's called a, you go around and do the perimeter, or I guess for some people it's called a headland. Not really sure what we call it in the lawn care biz for the most part, but basically it's just you're cutting out your lawn, so that way you kind of get a basic feel for what the lawn has, especially if it's one you've never done before. And it gives you a good look at kind of what the grass height is. It also kind of lets you know, gives you a chance to look at the yard, see if there's any like sprinklers or anything else that might be hiding around. And so it's kind of helpful in a few different ways, because it gives you a good look, but it also just helps you see if there's any hazards in the yard. So always a good little practice to do. But yeah, I've really come to like this mower. This thing has got a lot of speed, but it cuts stuff like a champ. I see why it's a really good choice for anybody with like a golf course and stuff like that. So if you get any golf course orders, definitely helpful. One thing you do want to do, if there is any spots that doesn't have any grass, it is kind of best to try and skip that, because that will hurt your deck, hurt your blades. So if you can, avoid that at all costs and don't mow over it, because all that sand and stuff will just dull your blades and also rot a hole in your deck, slowly but surely. So just making a common practice of not hitting dirt if you can. And also, as a professional lawn care person, you also have to try and, depending on what your job status is and what mowers you got, try and skip dust bowls. You just ask, what in the world is a dust bowl? Well, that's a yard where the person doesn't have sprinklers, doesn't take much care of it, or it's just a giant dry spell. And trying to avoid those as much as possible, because it will eat your blades, it'll eat your deck. Also, if you're a guy like me with a bunch of sinus issues, it'll mess you up for a few days, and it doesn't work out too good if you're trying to work back to back. Doesn't work out good at all. But yeah, we're gonna get this mowed up here for Jonathan pretty good. I like how the yard's turned out already, so I think we're just gonna have to resod a few spots. But once that's done, I mean, this yard should look really, really good. I think we can get in. We might go ahead and get him a whole resod job done, and it should look pretty decent, I think. Trying to avoid this dust spot, but sometimes you can't avoid dust spots. You just have to work with them. Sometimes you just have to, but if you can avoid it, it is best for the longevity of your equipment to do so at all costs. It will save you some time, and it will save you money. One, you don't have to replace your blades as often. Two, you don't have to sharpen your blades as often. And three, your deck doesn't suddenly have a bunch of holes in it. Ooh, oh, I'm gonna hit my head. Let's try to go around and sneak in. Ooh, that's one thing I still haven't gotten used to, and that is tree limbs in my face. Not one of my favorite experiences. Alrighty, well that cleaned up pretty good. The biggest problem obviously is the stinking vine in the fence line. I hate this stuff, but not a ton I can do. Ooh, I need to do a stripe around the perimeter there for him. That'll help out Jonathan be able to get that vine off, or our guys tomorrow off. So alright, we'll do that. I think that's basically it though. It looks pretty clean, so definitely nice. Really good. So alrighty, cool. We'll get some sod in tomorrow or something, and that will look pretty neat, I think. Alrighty, there we go. So we just got the skid steer loaded up, and we got Jonathan a pretty nice setup done pretty good. So all he's going to need is a bit of a push mower to come through here, a weed eater. Honestly, that'll work too, depending on what he wants. And then we got the new sod put in. It looks pretty good. Got it nice and leveled and stuff, so very, very nice. But we also put him in a very nice fence. Be able to open up to the back. He can lock that up. It'll be nice and private for him, and then we got him this hedge put in all along this fence, kind of intertwined it with the existing fence for right now as well, and that should give him plenty of privacy for him and his family, because obviously being this close to the road and stuff, he kind of wants some privacy. But nice little gate there. He can lock up as well if he wants to. He's going to get a new mailbox put in, so that'll be nice. But yeah, got the sod put on alongside the road, which looks really good. But you can see just from the roadside, a nice little privacy hedge. It looks really, really good. And then right over here, because of you have to have this little area a little bit more visible, we had to take the hedge a little bit off there and leave that gap, so that way there's visibility just because of the corner here. So obviously you had to have that. So we got that taken care of, but that looks really, really good. So thanks to Jonathan for kind of letting us do a project, because it was kind of fun, and obviously did this at a nice little discount for him, so that's going to work out good. But yeah, really, really good. Came out nice, so very good. Nicely redone house project. Nicely redone landscape project. Gives him and his family privacy, and it looks really good. The only thing he's got to worry about now is some repainting, I think, on some of these sheds and stuff. I think that's going to be the main thing he's going to have to look at. But other than that, it looks really good. So, great. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. That's going to be about it for today's video, guys. I'm going to get the lawn care stuff moved back on over and parked up where it needs to be, and then that's going to be it for today. So, anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. We will have to see you guys here next time, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, I have a very nice straight across path that I can take. And amazingly, there's no traffic, so all I gotta do is drive right across the street. That's awesome. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys here next time on Bear Creek and Outdoor, with maybe a little bit of landscaping mixed in. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye-bye.
From small towns to the big old barn, Skidsteers mowers for your farm. Side by sides and ATVs, American built for quality. American built for quality.